Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ian with Motor Club of America Online Marketing Tips and MCA Reviews. This is video 8 of the MCA Online Marketing Blueprint, Pinterest Setup and Optimization. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your Pinterest account and how to optimize your account and pin boards for better search ranking. I'll be covering what content and types of content to pin. I'll be sharing with you how I'll be using Pinterest, and I'm also going to share with you one way of how to get more followers, traffic, social signals, and backlinks on Pinterest. So the first thing we have to do is create and set up our Pinterest account. So we're going to go to pinterest.com, enter in our email and a password, then click sign up. And then you can decide if you're going to have a personal Pinterest profile or a business profile. The difference between the two is a business profile allows you to run promoted pins, has Pinterest analytics tools, can create rich pins, and get analytics for your website once you confirm it. Now, if you don't know which account to go with, you can start with a personal account and then convert it to a business account at a later date if you want. The account setup process is similar for each, so I'm just going to go through the personal account setup. So our next step is going to be to enter in our first and last name, age, gender, and then click come on in. At that point, Pinterest will ask you to follow at least 5 topics. You can skip this step for now, and then you can, if you want to, get the Pinterest browser button, but you can do that at a later date or not do it at all. So now that we have our account, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to click on the gear icon here and click on edit settings, and we're going to select the appropriate language and country. We're going to turn search privacy off if it isn't off already, and this allows our profile boards and pins to show up on Google and other search engines. And then we are going to move on to our profile. This personalization section, you can leave it on or you can turn them off. It's at your discretion, really. Okay, so move on to our profile, and if we haven't already entered in our first and last name, we're going to do that here. We are going to add a picture. We should be using the same picture that we use for our YouTube channel and Facebook fan page if we are branding all of these accounts the same. And then we're going to enter in our username. You can use your first and last name if you want, especially if you are branding these other social media sites with your name. You are limited to 15 characters in your username, so if your name is longer than that, you're going to have to abbreviate it in some way or choose a different username. And then we're going to fill out our about section, and you want to make it interesting and include a few keywords or long tail keywords in here. And then we're going to move on to location. You can enter city and state or just state, whichever you're comfortable with. And then we're going to add a website. Now this can be your YouTube channel, a blog, or a capture page. And if you have a self-hosted website, you can confirm it, and this will add authority to your self-hosted website. So the last thing we're going to do here with our profile is we are going to add our social networks. So we're going to add Facebook, going to add Twitter, Google+. Now we haven't set up these yet, so you don't have to add these yet, but once we set them up, you can add them as well. Now it's time to move on to Pinterest board creation and optimization. I'm just going to click on create a board here to walk you through the process. So the first thing we have to do is add a name. The board name should be keyword rich, should be straightforward, specific, and unique. And you want to use LSI or long tail keywords for the name. And we can use the keyword planner to come up with keyword ideas and search for them on Pinterest to analyze their popularity. The description should make use of the board's main keyword as well as LSI and long tail keywords. However, we want to avoid keyword stuffing. And then we're going to select the category for the board. You just select whichever category is appropriate. And we're going to leave secret off. And that's all we have to do for creating and optimizing our Pinterest board. And now we're going to move on to Pinterest pin creation and optimization. And I'm just going to use this pin here as an example. This is actually a really good remix of this level 42 track, but I'm just going to use this as an example of the layout as I walk you through the creation and optimization steps. So your description should be keyword rich, utilizing LSI, long tail keywords, and searchable keywords that describe the product, page, or name. And if you can, you want to include a call to action. but you want to avoid sounding spammy with your description. And the description should be appealing to people and enticing. You don't want to use a URL shortener in your description for any links, because Pinterest will not allow them to go through. I mean, you can put them in your description, but when you click on the links, it's going to take you to this error page saying that the link may be spammy or bad. Okay, so just avoid URL shorteners. Also, you want to try not to use too many or any hashtags in your description. Too many could get your content demoted in Pinterest search. So if you are going to use hashtags, I would say probably keep it somewhere around 4. I think this one here has 4 in it, 3. Yeah, it has 4. So I would say, keep it no more than 4 or 5 if you're going to use hashtags. And if you're pinning an image from your computer, make sure that you add a website in this website field here. What you could add is perhaps a link to your capture page or your blog. And if you are pinning an image from your computer, you want to make sure that the file name is descriptive and that you have filled out the metadata for the photo. So when you right click on the photo file and you go to properties and that details tab, you want to make sure that that information in there is filled out. If you're pinning images, the image should be high quality and grab attention. Okay, especially if it is your own image, you want to make sure that those are high quality. Your pictures should be large, high-res pictures, because Pinterest shows them at 736 pixels wide when they're expanded. And tall images work the best, but you don't want them to be overwhelmingly long, like long cat long. And if you don't get that reference, just Google "a long cat is long," and you will see what I'm talking about. All right. Also, your images should be indicative of what's at the pin's link, and you can add text to an image to describe it if the image is not a descriptive image. And that's it for Pinterest pin creation and optimization. So what content and types of content should we be pinning and creating boards about? Well, we obviously should be posting images. We can also pin blog posts, videos, payment-proof pics, and lifestyle pics. Some of the types of content that we can create boards about are how-tos, marketing tips, MCA benefits, both primary and secondary. And by secondary, I mean as in how will they feel, or how will the MCA membership make them feel. We can also create boards about related topics and industries that our audience might be seeking out. We can also do boards about our own interests. So for example, if you love pizza, you can create a board about it. And your Pinterest account shouldn't only be focused on business. It should be a mix of you and business, but you want to make it interesting and engaging so that people spend more time on your profile and go through your boards and check out your pins. Now, how will I be using Pinterest? Well, I'll be using it to generate social signals for YouTube videos and blog posts, to drive traffic to my YouTube videos and capture pages, and also to have more internet real estate. Alright, now let's move on to getting followers, traffic, social signals, and backlinks on Pinterest. But before we can do any of that, there's a few things we have to do. First, we want to pin some cool content that's related to our niche, or niche. I'm just going to use niche. Alright, so we're going to pin some cool content that's related to our niche on a relevant board. We are going to look up or search a keyword that is related to the niche we're involved in. For example, make money online. So we could search make money online. And then we're going to look at the pins or pinners, and we're going to find a pinner that has a good amount of followers. They should have a good following and have pretty good content. We're going to go to their pins and find pins that we think would be interesting to the niche audience that we're targeting. We're going to click the pin it button and pin it to a board that's related to our niche. And we can rewrite the pin description if we want, but it is not necessary to do that. So what we want to do is we want to find at least 10 to 15 interesting pins that are related to our niche, and we can do more than that if we want. So once we've done that, then we can start building a Pinterest following. What we're going to do is we're going to search within our niche. Another example again is make money online. Okay, so we're going to search that. We're going to find someone who has a decent amount of followers in our niche. We're going to go to their followers and start following them. And we can follow a max of about 300 people an hour, and some of these people that we follow will follow us back, and the people that follow us back, They are real people that are interested in our niche. And once we have 800 to 1,000 followers, we're going to find people in our niche that have group boards and try to get added to them. And once we're added to a group board, we're able to post on them, and there's potential to get a lot of views and traffic to our pins. The pins can be seen by our followers, also the group board owners, and the followers of anyone else in that group board. We want to post one thing a day on them. We don't want to spam those group boards, and we don't want to post content that's not relevant to that board, or else we will get taken out of that board. Okay, we won't be able to be a part of that group board anymore. Also, once we have a bit of a following, we'll want to pin our own stuff to get backlinks, social signals, leads, and sales. So we're going to pin stuff from either a personal website or a blog that we own that's niche related. We can also post from our YouTube channel or other social media sites. And you want to follow the description guide for the pin description, okay, for these pins. And once we're to the point where we have a good amount of followers, we're going to be getting backlinks and social signals from an established and popular Pinterest profile every time that we post our content. And we'll also be getting backlinks and social signals every time someone else pins or repins our content. And this is good in Google's eyes. It will provide an SEO boost and also drive traffic to our boards, our YouTube channel, and also our blog. And that's it for this video. Your action steps to take are to create and set up your Pinterest account, create at least 5 boards, one of which is business or MCA focused, and add your Pinterest profile link to your YouTube, Facebook, and blog. In the next video, I'll be covering Twitter. I'll be going over Twitter profile setup, what you should have in your profile, a few ways to use Twitter, and I'll share how I will be using Twitter in conjunction with my other social media accounts. And if you want to expand upon what's included here in the MCA Online Marketing Blueprint, and you want to take your internet marketing training even further, head over to yourwayforsuccess.com. There's some great internet marketing training that you can get there. And if you still don't have your MCA membership yet, go to thiscarclubpace.com to do that now. And as always, if you've gotten value from this video, you learned something new, or just simply enjoyed it, make sure that you hit the like button or leave a comment. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss out on any MCA online marketing tips. Again, my name's Ian. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.